We are continuing our Marvel Marathon Madness with 2009 X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is a prequel to the first X-Men film as well as the fourth installment in the X-Men film series. Now, the plot of this movie follows the path that Logan took since his childhood, when he went by his real name of James Howlett. Later, moving on to his time with Major William Stryker's Team X, as well as the bonding of Wolverine's skeleton with the indestructible metal adamantium during the Weapon X program, and ultimately his relationship with his half-brother, Victor Creed, that is explored throughout the entire film. So, let us go ahead and jump straight into the plot. In 1845, James Howlett, a boy living in the Northwest Territories, witnesses his father being killed by groundskeeper Thomas Logan. Seeing this event unfold, anxiety kicks in and activates the boy's mutation, bone claws that protrude from his knuckles, which he uses to impale Thomas, who later actually reveals that he is James's biological father before dying. James, out of fear, flees with Thomas's other son, Victor Creed, James's half-brother, who has sharp claw nails and a healing factor similar to James. They spend the next century as soldiers, fighting in the American Civil War, both World Wars, and the Vietnam War. Now, in Vietnam, the increasingly violent Victor attempts to assault a Vietnamese woman and kills a senior officer who tries to stop him. Now, ignorant to his brother's intent, James rushes to defend him. The pair are later sentenced to execution by a firing squad, which they obviously survive. Major William Stryker then comes and offers them to join Team X, a group of mutants including marksman Agent Zero, katana-wielding mercenary Wade Wilson, teleporter John Wraith, super strong and invulnerable Fred Dukes, and technopath Chris Bradley. They join the team and James uses the alias Logan, but Victor and the group's lack of self-control and empathy causes Logan to ultimately leave. 6 years later, Logan works as a logger in Canada, where he lives with his girlfriend Kayla Silverfox. Stryker and Zero approach Logan, informing him that Wade and Bradley have been killed and that someone is targeting the team. Logan refuses to rejoin Stryker, but after finding Kayla's bloody body in the woods, he realizes that it is actually Victor who is responsible. He finds Victor at a bar but loses the ensuing fight. Stryker explains that Victor has gone rogue and offers Logan a way to become strong enough to get his vengeance. Logan undergoes an excruciatingly painful operation to reinforce his skeleton with adamantium, a unique and virtually indestructible kind of metal. After the operation is successful, Stryker orders to have Logan's memories erased so he can be used as Stryker's personal mindless weapon, but Logan overhears this and breaks out from the compound, escaping to a nearby farm, where a sweet elderly couple takes him in. Zero kills the couple the following morning and tries to kill Logan during an ambush. Logan takes down Zero's helicopter and swears to kill both Stryker and Victor. He then finishes Zero and moves on. Logan locates Wraith and Dukes at a boxing gym in Las Vegas. Dukes, who has ballooned in size due to a guilt-induced eating disorder, explains that Victor still works for Stryker, and that he is actually hunting down mutants for Stryker to experiment on at his new laboratory, which is located on an unknown island. Dukes also mentions Remy LeBeau, aka Gambit, as the only one who escaped from the island and therefore knows its actual location. Wraith and Logan track LeBeau to New Orleans, and then both of them begin a fight with Victor, who kills Wraith and extracts his DNA for Stryker's experiments. Agreeing to help release mutants that Stryker has captured, Gambit takes Logan to Stryker's facility on 3 Mile Island. Logan then learns that Kayla is actually still alive and that she was forced by Stryker into keeping tabs on Logan in exchange for her sister's safety, who was held in captivity by Stryker. However, Stryker refuses to release her sister and denies Victor the adamantium bonding promised for his services, claiming that the test results revealed that Victor, unlike Logan, would not survive the operation. Stryker then activates Wade, now known as Weapon 11, who is essentially a mindless killer with the powers of multiple mutants imbued within him due to Stryker's subsequent experiments. Now, while Logan and Victor team up to fight off Weapon 11, Kayla is leading the captive mutants to Professor Charles Xavier and safety, but she's unfortunately mortally wounded in the process. After Logan kills Weapon 11 by decapitating him, Stryker arrives and shoots Logan in the head with an adamantium bullet, rendering him unconscious. Now, before Stryker can shoot Kayla as well, she grabs him and uses her mutant power, which is the power to persuade anyone to do her bidding through physical touch, and tells him to turn around and walk away until his feet bleed and then continue walking. Then she unfortunately succumbs to her injuries. Logan regains consciousness, but he loses his memory. He notices his dog tags read Logan on one side and Wolverine on the other. He pauses before fleeing upon noticing Kayla's body, but unfortunately does not recognize her. In a mid-credit scene, we see Stryker is detained for questioning by the military police in connection with the death of General Munson, whom Stryker previously murdered to protect his horrible experiments. We also get a post-credit scene where we see Wade's hand crawls out of the rocks and touch his head, which awakens and essentially breaking the fourth wall by shushing the screen, revealing that he has survived being decapitated by Wolverine. Now, while no one can ever say that Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is not amazingly awesome, it is pretty much the only good thing about this film. Jackson's portrayal as Logan, as well as the incredible cast that we had in this movie, is overshadowed by the unbelievable blunder that was this film's writing, effects, and overall pacing of the plot. Not to mention the horrendous approach of bringing about the character of Wade Wilson, who we thankfully later go on to know as Deadpool in the 2016 film that Reynolds so hardly fought to bring to life in an amazing fashion. The film did have some great action sequences, and honestly, I really liked the relationship that Logan had with Kayla, but overall, the film did disappoint with the majority of what was brought onto the screen. While being a complete purist to the source material does not necessarily mean you will get an incredible film on screen, creating this kind of mishmash of an origin story for Wolverine felt like it was without foundation and really all over the place. I kind of enjoyed the movie, but I feel like a grounded approach with a single proper direction towards telling the tale of Logan's rise could have been executed better, and that is why I'm giving this film a 5 out of 10. Now, the next film I will cover will be 2011 X-Men First Class, and following that will be 2013 The Wolverine. So stay tuned, and please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I would truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for spending your time with me. Until our next adventure, y'all stay classy.